All right, we're back in the A's 2023 season. We are 53 and 54. We are about a couple games out of the wild card, I think. We are 3.5 games out. We're trying to be sellers, but it's really difficult because no one seems to have interest in any of our players that, I want to get rid of. Don't really want to trade some guys like Galoff and young pitchers like Ken Waldachuk, JP Sears, or Mueller. That seems like what everyone wants to have. Just for Jalen Beeks, I'm trying to get rid of Ramon Liriano and Dalton Guthrie, and just can't seem to get anything done. I did have one trade that I'm going to do. I'll show you. I'm trying to get rid of Ramon, who's had a rough year, for someone with one more year of control with Jalen Beeks, who's on the trading block. But they don't want to do anything. See if the Royals have anybody. It's just really hard to find anybody. I up the difficulty in trades, so it makes sense. Everyone just wants this guy, Dalton Jeffries, who's hurt, Tommy John surgery, decent stuff, but I have him in another trade that I'm going to do for Austin Hayes, who has a couple more years of control. Don't really like how much money he's going to be making next year, but he's like a good platoon bat. He hits lefties pretty well and righties kind of the same. And then we're going to get some prospects with it too. An 18-year-old Edry Campos, a 23-year-old second baseman Luis Valdez for Manny Pena, who is going to get his option declined going into next year, and Dalton Jeffries. So I am trying to get some money in return with this just to cover next year's salary. It's just difficult because whenever I do make it work, this is actually a little better. Um, it's hard to find people that I don't really want to give up on yet. We'll find somebody though. McKinley Moore, nope, got him recently. Uh, it's tough. It's tough to find anything right now. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I could include him in the trade. Goldberg. All right, Michael Goldberg got 2 million cash. Austin Hayes. We're gonna do this trade. All right, and we're gonna go to the next deadline period, which is gonna be the last one. See if I got any offers. No offers. I did get offered this trade earlier. It was another trade. Oh yeah, it was this one. Connor Capel just had a good year, on pace for 2 WAR. And then a prospect by Brian Levis for Juan Yepes, who I like. He's had a rough year to start. AAA, he mashed. So I've been trying to get this to work, but it's just nothing really. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving him Nick Allen, but he's really our only defensive shortstop right now. It's hard to get this done with anything. If I include a contract, let's see, no, so tough. No one really wants to do anything with me. James Caprian. Let's see if anyone will take this. Nope. No one wants any of my players, which I can't blame them, really. I cannot blame them for not wanting the players I want to get rid of. Hogan Harris, no, doesn't change anything. See what a prospect does. I have 2 minutes to figure this out. All right, let's see. So, like, beater, does that get anything changed? Nope. Nothing. So it's pretty hard to do anything with these computers right now. Uh, so we're just gonna kind of take the L. There's some people on the trade block that I'm interested in. Like Otani's on the trade block, but obviously I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I could get him for like the last, kind of the last hurrah of this season, and then just let him go. But I just doubt they would want to do that. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing they want. Zach Galoff, they won't even do that. All right. One last try with anybody. None of these guys have any control, really. JD Davis. Can try him. He has one more year of control. Let's see. This might work. Uh, Nothing really. Jeez. Acevedo has been really good out of the pen. Ashby, I just got Austin Beck. I mean, Austin Beck, if they take on, okay, they will. Just trying stuff out real quick. We're gonna do this trade. So we got JD Davis for a year. Uh, I like this deadline day because it really puts you up against the edge. You're trying to find stuff. I could have looked for stuff prior, but that's no fun. Um, so we got JD Davis for one more year after this too. Might trade him in the off season. You never know. We got two righty bats to kind of help the offense maybe make the playoffs. You never know. You never know. What are we gonna do with JD? Probably have him chill in the infield for a little bit. I'm thinking about just how is Ruff doing against lefties? Not great. I'm thinking about just DFAing him because he has not done much. Rooker has been not great. He's been good against lefties. He should only really be playing against lefties, but I've had some injuries. Jordan, not great. Uh, it's a rough one. I want to keep the same pitchers in order. Guthrie's been good. I wish I traded Liriano, just nobody wanted him. Let's see. Let's just send Guthrie down for now. And then we're gonna oh no, remake the lineup real quick. Um, all right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I realized at the last second that we are on the last day of the trade deadline. I thought we were done when it said 4-4, but I made the mistake, and we did not get anybody else other than JD Davis and Andrew Hayes, Austin Hayes, which I'm happy about in a way. The lineup's looking rough defensively, but I think we can get it done. A lot of on base, kind of put it together. Guys, really happy with Zach Galoff. Just have Noda, Galoff, Brown, JD Davis, Capel, Hiria, which I have playing second, which is really tough right now. But it is what it is. Brenton Rooker, left field against righties, which is rough. Shea, who's been playing well, move him up a little bit. Uh, then Nick Allen. Lefties looks a lot better. All right-handed lineup. Have Austin Hayes in there and everything. I think I'm gonna have Austin Hayes um, kind of go every second game with Rooker, and I'll have Hayes up there to start, and we'll see how this pans out. Um, I think I might pick some people up on the waiver wire as they come through if they're not too expensive. Let's see. Player update. Okay, this is a good way to look at our minor league system. You have Nick Allen, who's been a great defensively. Not great, but good. Terrible with the bat. Austin Hayes, who's had an average year with Baltimore coming in. Yeah, Wander Guante, pitching really well at high A. Let's see. Ty, I don't know how to say that. C's, uh, pitching well in high A as well. Hunter, Pedro Pineda, he's hurt right now, but no one really got any boosts. Let's look how our minor league system is doing. We got Zach Goloff in the majors hitting really well. Love his eye. Soderstrom hitting well, but he's just a liability defensively. Uh, let's see. Daniel Susak also hitting well. Was in the futures game. Max Muncy as well in the futures game. I think I'm gonna promote him to Double A and then have him play at second all the time. All right. Shortstop Hernandez playing well in Double A. Luis Morales. I think he can move up to Low A. Stockton, and I'll have him start. Yep, he's good. He pitched okay in rookie ball. JT Ginn, AAA, pitching okay. He can come up at any time, really. Medina, Double A, doing all right. And then let's look at our draft because I know I drafted Nolan Chanel. I'm going to say Chanel because that's hilarious. He's doing really well in Double A, straight out of the draft. He might actually see the field later this year with expanded rosters. Bryce Eldridge hasn't played yet. I have him as a two-way player. Looks decent. He's going to be a couple years though. Ohana raking in high A. He's looking good. His true talent might be higher than what his ratings say. John Peck doing all right. Love his eye. Looks like he hasn't lost it yet, so that's great. Gavin Grehevach, Grehevich, is currently in rookie ball. Let's see, Stokes just signed in rookie ball too. And then this guy's also a two-way player. He is in the rookie ball, hitting and pitching. And Hartman hitting and pitching. Let's see. I'm excited about him a little bit. Uh, Ben Thompson, rookie ball, as a reliever right now. Duke Ekstrom, like him. I'll get him going a little bit. Move him down because he pitched a lot coming in. He pitched 98 innings this year. So don't want to have him go too much. Trent to do, another two-way guy. I don't know how these two-way guys are going to pan out. I really am not optimistic other than Eldridge. Also another two-way guy with Musgrove. See how he does. Yep. So just seeing how everyone is going to pan out. Clemmy, a lot of high school guys coming in, trying to do as a college. He's in high A actually. So we'll see how he goes. Check the waiver wire. Duval, 7 mil. We don't have that. We don't have 7 mil. We have 5.8 mil. So, I mean, it's prorated, but we don't need him. We have so many right-handed bats right now. Brent Honeywell, no. Casey Martin, no. It's tempting. Another right-handed bat. Jose Marte, Bickford. That could work, but I mean, our bullpen is decent. How are we playing? 11th in runs, 13, I mean, 6th in runs against. So our bullpen is good. Our starters are struggling. Uh, Caprillion really struggled early on, still is. So we'll kind of sim some games, see what's going on. And I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back and we're in September. Roster's expanded to 28. We are 65 and 76. And some news, Nolan Chanel is up with the big league club after getting drafted just a couple months ago, sixth overall. He absolutely killed it in Double A and Triple A, and now is killing it in the majors. And I offered him a 10-year extension because we know how the A's are. They have their 4 or 5 years and they trade him away. So I'm waiting to see if he accepts it, and I'll show you the terms. It really team friendly, but also there's some risk just because he's not a good defender anywhere. So if his bat regresses at all, um, that would hurt. But also he's only going to be making 41 million in 10 years if he accepts this deal. So we're just going to sim a lot, see if he accepts it. Come on, Chanel. We know you want to be in Oakland for 10 years. And some other news. All right, Geloff is hurt. Darn, and Chanel signed. So look at these. Look at this deal. 1.5 next year, 2 million the year after, 3 million in his first year of ARB, and then 5 mil for 7 years straight. No additional clauses or anything. And then we also claimed Alex Lang off the waiver wire. He has struggled a little bit this year, but I don't know why the Tigers would waive him. He's only going to make, not even going to be in arbitration next year. He's going to be making minimum. So we're excited about that. Got maybe our closer for next year. Figure it out when the time comes. I know we're trying to kind of lose on purpose. It is a little tough. Let's see. Have them bench Galoff for a couple days. Galoff might be the next guy we try to extend. We don't have many young guys coming up right now that are extendable, so we'll see if we can get him on a crazy deal. So we'll keep that. We'll go 3 mil, and we'll just go 5 mil, kind of like what we just did with Chanel. See if he likes that. He does. All right, so I think we're gonna do this. There's really no risk involved. If he doesn't pan out, it's only 5 mil a year. But if he pans out and plays like a two-win player, his work ethic is low, but I'm willing to take that risk so we have some um, budget flexibility in the coming years. So see if he accepts, but really excited about our future. And if we can add some more young guys or something in the coming off seasons and seasons, I'll be extremely happy. So we'll head out here and I'll be back at the end of the season. All right, so we're back at the end of the season. We ended up going 73 and 89. We had a bit of the second half was just terrible, which I'm okay with because I don't think we were gonna compete for the playoffs at all. We do have a player development update. Mason Miller had a rough year, but he still has some good ratings. He's fragile though. Zach Jackson had a rough year as well, up and down MLB uh, and AAA, but he was good in AAA. Jake Garland, Stockton, okay. Daniel Susak had a little bit of a bump, 2.3 win season. Let's see, John Peck, his eye went up from 40 to 50, and he just got on base a lot. Average is low though in high A, so he might have a little bit of a future. Uh, and Colby Thomas, 22-year-old A ball, uh, good year. He had 175 WRC plus, so we're happy with that. Didn't make any other moves. Always taking a look at the Waiver wire, Davis Martin looks decent. He was in AAA, had a 79 fit minus. He actually might be able to do something. Um, we'll take a flyer on him kind of as a minimum guy next year. But let's look at the playoffs. We got the Yankees playing Toronto. They both had not even 90-win seasons. The Angels made it, but they had Otani on the trade block, which is funny. They've not signed him to an extension. But he had a great year, 7-win season altogether. Trout had a good year, 5 wins, stayed healthy for the most part. And yeah, the White Sox turned into 86 wins, and the NL wild card 91 wins for the Phillies, 98 for the Braves, and 98 wins did not get them the number one seed. The Mets had the number one seed with 99 wins, and they had some good seasons. Not like in real life. Verlander was amazing, 5 wins. Scherzer was decent, 2 win season. Senga good, 3 wins. And then their offense looks like it was pretty good. Their pitching was the best in the league. 3 teams in this division went to the playoffs. The Braves were good. Nobody really made any huge moves at the deadline. Um, the Phillies, decent. They have Rojas hitting second. Let's see. Rojas hitting second, and I don't know why they would do that, but that's okay. It's not my team. They did trade, or they signed Moustakas to a free agent contract, and Painter would 21 innings was okay. All right. So look at our team. We had an okay group of guys. We had Shea, 2.5 wins. JD Davis came to Oakland and had a 142 WRC plus. He has 1 year control left, which I like. He really wants to win, which is good. I want winners. Seth Brown, a little over above average hitter. Ramon Laureano, okay. Ruiz was good, but he had 64 stolen bases in just 102 games. So that's impressive. Austin Hayes was okay. Against lefties, he had a 110 WRC plus, which is why he's here, honestly. And Chanel came up and raked a little bit, hit 8 home runs in 114 plate appearances. Um, half a win. I mean, we signed him up for 10 years, so he is our guy. And speaking of our guys, we signed Zach Galoff after he struggled a bit towards the end, but um, he really came up in April and May. Let's see. He came up in May, had 3 plate appearances, but in June, he had a 102 WRC plus. In July, 166, and then August, September, he really cooled down a little bit. But he has signed on for a similar deal, $41 million for 10 years. So we locked Chanel and Galoff up for 10 years each. They're going to be the two guys right now. Hopefully, we get some better guys, but that's how it's going to be. Um, I also released Darren Ruff towards the end of the year because he was not going to be with us next year, but he had about a 110 WRC plus. So hopefully, he got picked up by a playoff team. Nope, he did not, but he had a 108 WRC plus, and against the lefties, he had a 112. So a team really should have picked him up to DH against lefties, but that's none of my business. Ryan Noda struggled. I liked him coming into the year with the eye, but struggled a bit. Jordan Diaz was not good at all in 378 plate appearances. Rooker as well. Biggio up and down, not good. Castanheira, he was okay hitter, but I had him playing second base a lot, and he was not good. Negative 11 zone rating runs, so that makes sense. Oswaldo Cabrera was okay. He played a lot of shortstop, which I don't really want him to do. 744 innings at short, which is not good because our main shortstop, wherever he is, Nick Allen, got hurt a lot. He only played 74 games, and in those 74 games, he had a 3.2 zone rating, so he was okay. And let's look at the pitching. We had a breakout year from JP Sears, sorta. He had a 97 fit minus, 420 fit, Good ERA. Love to see it. His RWAR was almost 4, so that's great. Probably in our plans in the near future. Ken Waldachuk had a good, rookie year, I guess. Is he a rookie? Maybe not. But number 10 prospect coming into the year, 2 wins. You like to see it. Drew Brzezinski came up and pitched really well. 4 FIP, 106 plus minus, 1.5 WAR. You love to see it. Alex Lane came over and pitched well in just 11 innings. He is going to be a staple in our bullpen for a couple years, I think. Kirby Sneed, you know, he came up late in the year from injury. Love to see him pitching well. McKinley Moore acquired him via trade for uh, Uris Familia, who did not really pitch well at all. Also got Dalton Guthrie, who came up a little bit and had a 4-win season almost in AAA. And a little bit with us, he had a 274 WRC plus. So he looks good. Don't really like the eye or void case, but we'll see. The main disappointment was James Caprillion. He had a -3 RWAR, and he is arbitration eligible. So we're probably going to look to move him. Fujinami was not great. He had 24 saves, but let's see how many. Let's see how many blown saves. I want to see how many blown saves. Where can I see that? Blown saves, 9. So he had 9 blown saves. Not great, but what can you do? Um, so going into the off season, we don't have really much on the books. JD Davis is gonna get 7 mil. That's okay. Brzezinski's probably gonna get traded. Liriano gonna get traded. And then we have Austin Hayes probably gonna keep Biggio, maybe trade bait. A lot of these guys might just get moved for nothing. So that's the struggle with this franchise. We don't have much to work with. We have a lot of average. We have a lot of average. I don't know why they're having me do this, but whatever. Just send down. Who did I send down? 7. Him. Okay, there we go. And then we have Ashby coming back next year, so that should be nice. Quick look at everyone in the system, how they performed. We have Soderstrom hit well, love his eye, uh, 12 walk percentage. Susak, strikeout percentage a little tough, but walked well. He's probably going to be in Double A, Triple A next year. Max Muncy got the call to Double A and raked a little bit. He might be our starting second baseman next year. Daryl Hernandez hit well or defended well, did okay. Morales was okay. And then let's look at of course, we had in our draft that we just did in June. Chanel was amazing. I mean, you love to see it, really. I love to see it. That's great to see. Eldridge played a little bit, pitched a little bit, pitched well. Didn't hit at all, which I don't know why, but he's probably going to be in the Arizona Fall League, which is great. Ahuna raked. He's going to be up in Double A next year. John Peck kept his eye. Decent start. Gavin, decent start. I mean, I love what I'm seeing from the young guys. This is all you could ask for. Um, he struggled a little bit. Hartman was okay. His pitching was good. His hitting was not. I mean, these are really small samples, so I don't really care. But let's see if we get this waiver wire claim. Probably going to boost our up and down starting rotation next year. So add him. And he doesn't have any options, so probably not going to do that. Let's see. Who? Jordan Diaz. No, no, no. Let's see. I don't know why we have to do this right now, but they really make us, so that's okay. Oh, Jonah Bride was okay, but he doesn't really play catcher that well. He's a good backup hitter only. He can play other positions too. So that's nice. Danny Jimenez going down. All right. So we'll sim through the playoffs. we'll see what's going on with them, with all the playoff teams, and I'll see you when it's off season.